I just tried to start the video and I took a picture of myself instead. Hi, Elaine. Thanks for responding. Thanks for doing this. I really, really appreciate it because it's going to take me a while because I have to look up the meanings of the cards and I just really, really need the practice. So thanks for being patient. You know, I think I saw you at Playing in the Sand, and you, I'm pretty sure it was you. You had a big flower at the back of your head, and I went to go through the crowd, and by the time I got to where you were gone. But I was hoping, I'm not totally sure it was you, but I was hoping if it was that I'd get to meet you in person. But so yeah, thanks for doing this. I really, really appreciate it. So I shuffled. I'm really bad at shuffling too. I shuffled a bunch of times. I'll do it a couple more. And we'll see what pops out. So yeah, I gotta look up the meanings and my, oh geez. See, I told you I'm bad at shuffling. My iPad doesn't want to work, so I'm using the book that came with this deck of cards. The meanings of that are in this book are really beautiful. They're really, really well written. I tend to skim over them a little bit just so I don't take their literal meaning because that's that person's literal meaning. And I like to look at the book meaning of the cards, and then the overall, I like to get my own intuitive meaning of it. So let's see what comes out. Okay, well, the Nine of Cups, that's a good start. The Wheel of Fortune, another good card. The Ten of, you know what, I think I need to shuffle again. These are really, really good cards, but two of the three are the ones that came out in the last reading. So let me just, Kelly's reading, I just finished it, and it was 25 minutes, so thank you again for your patience. And there may be some mysterious groaning in the background. It's my dog sleeping on the couch next to me. Oh, jeez. He's quite animated, even in his sleep. Oh, and post the Instagram handle for your clothing thing. I don't know if I missed it or maybe you haven't posted it yet, but I'm really, really interested to see it. I keep watching all your stuff and I think it's so awesome. Don't even think about jumping up here. Don't. There's a cat. An evil little cat. My son's cat. And his name is Greedo, but I have very appropriately renamed him Black Death. Because he's just, he lures you in with his cuteness, and then just, he has drawn blood on me more than once. That's him. Let's see what we got here. That's too many. Couple more shuffles. I always like it when I'm shuffling like this and one pops out. There we go. Well, that's two. That's fine. We'll take them. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. You're an Aquarius. You're an air sign. Okay. Okay. There's going to be some big changes. That's all right. That's all right. Just going away to college. Things are going to change. And that's okay. I probably should have asked you what her sign is, oh my God, if there's a big noise, I'm really sorry. The cat's messing with a bunch of stuff over here. This card that I just pulled is associated with Scorpio. So if that means anything, otherwise it's a change. It's a end of an era, which is appropriate. Which also means that new beginnings are coming. Because where there is death, there is life. Okay. Temperance, which is also oh my God, I'm so sorry. Associated with Sagittarius, and we've got the Moon, which is associated with Pisces. These are all three major arcana cards. I've also got the Three of Pentacles. I pull 5, and I like to go through the meanings, and then I'll pull another 5 and then clarify as needed. So let's see. The Three of Pentacles. Teamwork, determination, and focus. The task ahead is a momentous one. Focus all your efforts. Discipline, strategy, hard work are needed more than ever. If you become weary or overwhelmed, rely on those around you. It's a card of teamwork. You may need the strength of others to conquer the mountain. Okay, 7 of Wands. Wands are action cards, also associated with fire signs. Courage and inner strength. A single wand stands up tall, ablaze with light. The others fall away in shadow. Such is the story of the Seven of Wands. You'll not find any strength or support from others, only yourself, which is a contradiction to that last card. It's time to be truly courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Okay, so be your own person. Don't rely on only your friends, but also rely on your friends. You need your people too. Okay. You may feel overwhelmed with caution and fear, but your internal fire will guide the way. Okay. So she's got to go about it alone. This is a journey that she has to do on her own, even though she will be surrounded by others. It's still her journey. Let's see. I don't know my Roman numerals. It's 13. Death. Closure. Transformation. A lot of people think that it's a bad card, that people think death right away, but it's not. It's the end of an era. It's the closing of one period, or the closing of you know, she's going away to college. It's like her childhood. You know, she's going to go and go off on her own and become an adult. That's what that's saying to me. You know, this says it'll happen voluntarily or involuntarily, but a positive transformation will happen. And this is, God, this is so appropriate. Going away to college, she's probably going to feel a lot of anxiety. She's going to feel fear. You know, not being sure of herself. God, these 3 cards alone are so dead on. But you know, after the initial shock and awe, the growth that she'll experience will be just be amazing. Temperance, healing, and renewal. Now, when I first got into tarot, I looked up the actual meaning of temperance, and it's like patience. So maybe it's you know, having patience with oneself and not expecting yourself to know everything or be able to do everything right away. You know, everything is a learning process. The great blue heron remains calm and peaceful as she blends the opposing elements of fire and water. The Temperance card asks you to be a moderator, much like the heron. Focus on cooperation and compromise. Now, this could be even with oneself. Cooperate with yourself. practice self-restraint and moderation, find a sense of healing and balance, and bring harmony. So maybe just at that last part, you know, find a little bit of peace. You know, maybe recommend find her a little bit of peace in every day if she's feeling overwhelmed. Have patience with herself. Everything isn't going to be, it's a whole new life. It's not going to be easy right away. The moon. And again, Death, Scorpio, Temperance, Sagittarius. Moon is Pisces. The moon, dreams and fears. It can mean things that are hidden or unknown. Darkness can linger if you're not careful. It can lead to anxiety and self-doubt. It says it's where imagination and creativity drift freely upon the midnight air. So even in the dark, there's still beauty there. There's still things to be seen. The moon is often a card of secrets or things that are going to come out that weren't known before. Things look differently under the light of the moon. Not bad, just different than the light of day. You know, the light of the moon casts a different light. Maybe it's a message of perspective, keeping things in perspective. Let's see. Let's pull 5 more. Oh, I'm gonna take a sip of wine. Let's see if anything pops out. I flippin' love tarot. My son's friends come through, and one came tonight, and he was waiting for my son to get home, and he beat him here, so I made him sit down and I did a reading for him. And at one point he's like, we can stop now. We can stop now. This is getting a little too creepy for me. So that's when you know it's good, is when it's creepy. Oh, these are the same cards as before too. I'm gonna reshuffle for these last 5, or the second half. So it looks to me like the first 5 are kind of her journey. Rely on yourself, but also on your friends. Ultimately, you have to go through things alone, but everybody else is there alone too. Everybody else is going through the same stuff. Oh my gosh. I can shuffle, I swear. Oh my gosh. One more time. These cards are so beautiful. Look at this. The owl. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, let's see what comes out here. Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Daughter of Swords. Oh, there's another owl. Ace of Swords. Don't even. You might see his little, oh no, he took off. He was just about to peek around the corner of the phone. Okay. Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Daughter of Swords, Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords. This card, it doesn't really even have a bad meaning, but look at how bleh. It's like, what is that? That's the last one. We'll get to it. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. Period of contemplation. A curious card, the Seven of Pentacles, shows a period of contemplation and uncertainty. Looking back at all of your hard work, wondering if it's been a failure or a success. Shouldn't you be doing better by now? But the mind has control over perception. It's possible your rewards are waiting for you to recognize them. Okay. Ace of Cups. Love is beginning. The beginning of exciting new phases. How appropriate. Cups deals with love and emotion. Basically, it's the beginning of a blissful time. Friendship, happiness, a whole new start. Go with it. It'll be revitalizing if you embrace it. Daughter of Swords, honest and insightful, a young woman whose honesty and insights take her far in life. People truly value her frankness. She learns from keen observation. It almost seems as though she never stops watching. Sometimes this becomes a burden for her as she can't help noticing this or that small detail that could have been done better. There's a potential for her to hold on to those experiences and become spiteful and judgmental. Probably taking it as criticism. Keen observation, honesty and insights. Keep being yourself. Keep being yourself. Okay. Ace of Swords, truth and mental clarity. She's got to keep her head on straight. It's as though you can, when lightning strikes, the whole world seems to light up for just 1 second. It's as though you can see everything, and this vision lingers on, even through the storm. Such is the power of the Ace of Swords. Your mind will become clear, your thoughts precise. It's a great time to make those decisions you've been putting off. And Nine of Swords. Some of the artwork on these cards, it's like, you know that meaning. I mean, that can't possibly mean something good, but that's not necessarily the case. It is a dark card. The quick description is dark visions and anguish. It could mean that, she could be having anxiety about it. Maybe you're having anxiety about it. If you're battling with yourself, turn to others, which was our very first card. Friends and family. Surround yourself. Find joy. We had something that had to do with that too. I think that was this. No, this was self. This was self. Find joy. Find quiet moments in every day. I think that was temperance. Be patient with yourself. Reach out if you're having trouble. That goes really well with that Three of Pentacles too. Yeah. Have patience with yourself. And if she doesn't, if she thinks she's not doing as well as she thinks she should, or she's not making all the friends that she thinks she will, she's not getting it quickly enough, she needs to be more patient with herself. It's going to be a big adjustment. It's going to be a big adjustment. She needs to have patience with herself and call on her inner strength. Call on her inner strength. Pull it out. Continue being herself. Let's see what else we've got here. The Father of Wands, the man of action. 10 of Swords, that's a completion, another completion, which goes along with the theme here. Just completing a cycle. 4 of Pentacles. And the Lovers. The Lovers, it can be a decision between two things. It doesn't have to have anything to do with love whatsoever. It could be a decision between two people. Has she picked a roommate? It's also the card of Gemini. So if that means anything, if she hasn't picked her roommate already, if one of them's a Gemini, that might be the one. Let's go Father of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is a man of action. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man. All the genders of these cards are, they can mean something, but they don't necessarily. It's someone who is charismatic and creative, a man of mystique and charisma. Others are drawn to this person naturally, and he welcomes them with an open and loving heart. Involved in the healing arts, deeply compassionate. If this is who she is, she needs to stay true to who she is, and people will continue to be drawn to her. If there's, you know, if she has any trouble at first, she just needs to stay strong. Oh, here comes the cat again. Now, the Ten of Wands, this is another one of those cards that the artwork is like, bleh. It's burdens, blockage, and difficulty. Mental or physical burdens weighing on your spirit. Over time, if it's not addressed, this can lead to hopelessness and depression, like you can't get through to what you want, you can't see the way out. It's saying you're choosing to walk the hard road. I'm honestly not really sure how that fits in here. Let me get back to you on that one. Four of Pentacles is the next one. Possession and control, material gain and stability. Do not become possessive or controlling. Holding too tightly to the material world will leave you rigid, stagnant, and displeasing to others. Wealth is a concept. That actually goes really nicely with the Father of Wands. And then the Lovers, a choice. Let's see what the book definition of the Lovers says. Union, desire, and joy. Welcome sight in any reading. It suggests a beautiful and strong relationship on the horizon. So, you know, maybe this is someone that she'll meet, a friend. Maybe she'll have maybe that person, you know, she'll have that person, and they'll have her to kind of lean on, and you know, her friends, you know. Some of this has to do with romance too, because obviously it's the Lovers, but it's a solid foundation, respect. So if she's either going to the same school as a friend, or she may meet a new friend there that you know, she may become very, very close with. Or this is a decision. This is a decision between two things. God, it could be anything. It could be a decision. It could be two of anything. It could be two things that she needs to choose from. It could be what socks she wants to. You know, it could be anything, truly. You know what it could be, actually? It could be choosing between the fear of something new, okay? Letting the fear and anxiety of a whole new environment overcome you. And letting yourself be prey to those negative thoughts, or pulling your inner strength, relying on your friends and yourself being strong. I mean, there's so much good here. You know, cut yourself some slack. Everything's not going to be perfect right away. You know, give yourself time to adjust. See how things are working. She's got 2 aces here too. Aces are always good cards, you know. The Ace of Cups, that's happiness. You know, cups are emotions, you know, feelings. And the Ace is that cup. That cup is full. Happiness. Swords are, that has to do with air. Oh, I should have asked you what sign she was. There's a lot of inner strength. A lot of inner strength here. All these cards that are left here. This is inner strength. This is, here, I'll show you my what I just did here. And then I've got one more card. It was the bottom of the deck, and it's the 7 of Swords. Swords always scare me, but they shouldn't, because they're just a different perception of things that some people come to naturally, and for me, I always, oh my gosh, it's a sword, you know. 6 swords hang in plain view, while the 7th is tucked under the sly fox's tail. So goes the story of the 7 of Swords. A secret is being kept. You're either the keeper or the kept from, and it's time to identify which. Deceit and avoidance linger in the air. Face the cause of secrecy or risk ostracizing yourself. I don't know how that fits in. I'm not sure it does. What the heck does that mean? 7 of Swords. How does that fit in the slide box? It's like he's got a card up his sleeve. Don't throw it all out on the table right away. I think it has to do with not, and it goes along with a couple of these other ones too. I think it has a lot to do with not falling prey to what she thinks she should be doing. It's like that. Keep your individuality. Keep that ace up your sleeve. You know, where'd that king go? It's in here somewhere. You know, be yourself. Be yourself. Keep your inner strength. You know, keep that one sword for yourself. I don't think this is a negative. I don't think any of this is negative. I think that, I think this is very encouraging, actually. I like this reading a lot. I think there's always the, you know, fear and possibilities, but there's so much more. I don't know if this will help at all. They're probably upside down, but these here, these are all positive. Inner strength, outer strength, call on your friends, be yourself, cut yourself some slack. You know, these are all cards of individuality and staying true. Yeah, this is a really really good reading. I think this says a lot, actually. So I hope it's helpful. Let me know. I'd like to hear. I guess obviously I'm so new to this. I have to look up the meanings of the cards and stuff. But I try to pull the meanings, what I really think the reading is saying, you know, from my intuition. My intuition says to me that you'll probably get a couple tearful phone calls, and then all of a sudden everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. It's going to take some adjustment, and one day it's just gonna click, and it's gonna be good. As long as she stays who she is, stays true to herself, right? Let me know. Thanks. Bye.